Concerns over civil lawsuits is one big concern that wealthy individuals and/or business owners have in common. It seems that we are increasingly living in a litigious society, so whether you're a business owner or a well-to-do individual, it's hard not to think about the unforeseen events that could wreak havoc when you least expect it. A few years ago, there was a statistic that showed there were 100 million lawsuits filed in state courts. Today I'm going to go over some practical ideas when reviewing or selecting insurance coverage for your business and your personal needs. I'm Lee Jackson. I'm a Certified Exit Planning Advisor, or CEPA, and a private wealth advisor with LPL Financial. It's really easy today to get insurance coverage online. You have multiple sites that can give you 4 or 5 quotes in a matter of minutes, so it's easy to click on a button, give the site some basic information, and electronically sign so that you're all done and you can move on to the next big item on your list. When it comes to insurance, sometimes buying a policy based strictly on price may not be in your best interest. Make sure that that policy has the limits and the coverage that you need. Ensure that your property insurance has adequate replacement coverage versus a limitation capped to a certain amount. Find out if there's a co-insurance clause in the policy. You might be able to get more insurance for the same amount by adjusting your deductibles. Make sure your policy stays up to date in the event that you add any new locations or make relevant changes to your products or your locations. Make sure you have ample liability insurance and try to get any lawsuits against the company settled before you get too involved with a buyer. Many times, the buyer will offer an asset sale versus a stock sale, and if there's a pending lawsuit, it could greatly affect the offering price, especially if a location or a product is left off the buyer's list due to the pending lawsuit. Stay on top of your coverage and communicate with your insurance broker, especially if your policy is up for renewal. In regards to personal liability coverage, there could be circumstances that could easily surpass the coverage limits for a typical automobile or homeowner's policy. If you have a sizable net worth, either through business interest or an inheritance, consider getting an umbrella policy that mirrors the value of your estate. If you have frequent social gatherings and a guest gets injured, or if you or your family member is involved in a tragic accident involving the loss of life, the incident could certainly weigh on the emotions of the family and could leave you with a pending lawsuit that could easily go into the millions. If you're like a lot of people, your net worth is tied up in the business or your real estate or your investments. So it would be a substantial financial strain if this type of event occurred. In regards to your personal life insurance, through the years, people are living longer, so mortality rates have changed and new products have come out that may achieve the same insurance coverage for a smaller annual premium. In the past, when interest rates were higher, you would see a lot of whole life insurance policies. These are permanent policies that build up cash values. They've become less popular in recent years due to the typically being more expensive than term and/or guaranteed universal life. Since interest rates are much lower than they used to be, one has to question whether it makes sense to build up cash value in a policy. It's always good to call your carrier and get an in-force illustration to make sure it's providing the coverage you assumed you had. It will tell you the general health of your policy. If you feel your premiums are too high, it might be good to revisit your insurance needs to see if another product might produce the same basic coverage for a lower cost. In the midst of the day-to-day grind that we all go through, it's easy to put insurance on the back burner. We all want to set it and forget it. It's wise, however, to stay current on your coverage and a great time to address this is when your policy is up for renewal. Please visit my website at leejacksonlpl.com. You can email me at lee.jackson@lpl.com or call me at 334-676-2288. Thank you, and I look forward to hearing from you.